Picture this. It's the early 1990s. You're driving down a long highway with the windows rolled down, warm air rushing through the car. Suddenly, Reba McEntire's voice comes on the radio. Maybe it's fancy. Maybe, is there life out there? Or perhaps, the night the lights went out in Georgia. For millions of us, those songs were more than country hits. They were soundtracks to our lives, to heartbreak, road trips, family memories, and moments we'll never forget. But 35 years ago today, that voice almost fell silent forever. One devastating phone call changed everything. On March 16, 1991, tragedy struck after a private concert in San Diego. A plane carrying members of Reba McEntire's band and crew crashed into a mountain near Otay, California. 8 incredible people were lost that night. Chris Austin, Kirk Capello, Joey Ciganero, Paula K. Evans, Jim Hammond, Terry Jackson, Tony Saputo, and tour manager Michael Thomas. They weren't just colleagues, they were family. They shared the long bus rides across America, the backstage laughter, the endless rehearsals, and the magic of performing for thousands of fans every night. And in a single, heartbreaking moment, they were gone. Reba herself wasn't on that plane. She had stayed behind because she was recovering from bronchitis. A small decision that ended up saving her life, but survival came with unimaginable grief. For those who remember that day, the news was shocking. Country radio stations across the country paused their regular programming to honor the band members. Fans mailed letters and sympathy cards by the thousands. Reba was only 36 years old. Her career was soaring, and suddenly she faced the impossible task of moving forward while mourning the people who helped build her journey. The pain was overwhelming. In interviews later, Reba said the love and support from fans carried her through the darkest days. That kindness became a light during a time that felt unbearably heavy. But perhaps the most remarkable part of this story is what happened next. Reba didn't give up. Instead, she chose to honor the people she lost in the most powerful way she knew how. She returned to the stage. She formed a new band. She leaned into the music, and she poured her grief into one of the most emotional albums of her entire career. The album was titled For My Broken Heart. Released later in 1991, the album became a tribute to the friends she had lost. Its songs carried the raw emotions of grief, remembrance, and healing. The title track, For My Broken Heart, resonated deeply with fans, not just because of the tragedy behind it, but because it spoke to anyone who had ever lost someone they loved. The album went on to become one of the biggest successes of Reba's career. But more importantly, it kept the memory of those 8 lives alive through music. And in every performance, every interview, every tribute, Reba made sure the world remembered them. Now fast forward to today, March 16, 2026. Reba McEntire is 70 years old, still performing, still inspiring audiences, and still carrying the legacy of those friends with her. She currently stars in the television show Happy's Place, proving that her energy and talent remain as powerful as ever. But she has never forgotten what happened 35 years ago. In a recent statement shared with People magazine, Reba marked the anniversary with heartfelt words. She said, "35 years ago today, heaven gained some very talented angels. Our band and crew that were with us for way too short a time were more than co-workers. They were dear friends who shared the road, the music, the audiences, and so much more with me." But she didn't stop with words. To honor their memory, Reba made a generous donation to Music Cares, the Recording Academy's nonprofit organization that supports musicians and their families. Music Cares helps artists facing medical struggles, addiction recovery, financial emergencies, and other hardships that often come with life in the music industry. Reba explained her decision by saying, "In their memory, we're honored to support Music Cares, an organization that takes care of the people who take care of the music. My hope is that this gift helps musicians and their families when they need it most." What a beautiful way to transform grief into something meaningful. 35 years later, Reba McEntire is showing the world what grace and resilience truly look like. She carries the past with her, but she also lifts others up along the way. And for many of us watching today, this story feels deeply personal. Over the decades, we've all lost people who meant the world to us. Friends, family members, coworkers, companions on our own life journeys. Time moves forward, but memories remain vivid. Reba's tribute reminds us that the people we love never truly disappear. They live on in the songs we play, in the stories we share, and in the way we continue moving forward with strength and kindness. So today, maybe take a moment. Play one of Reba's classic songs. Let the music bring back a memory. And if this story touched your heart, share something in the comments. What Reba McEntire song brings back your strongest memories? Or who in your life would you like to honor today? Thanks for watching Explained Daily. If stories like this mean something to you, follow the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss the next one. Here we celebrate the icons, the music, the movies, and the moments that shaped our lives. And together, we keep those memories alive.